Dope. That's great. Okay. We here. We in here. Okay. Now it
So
sounds
it's
good.
yay. Okay. At first, I didn't want to use my phone, but I should have just used my phone from the beginning.
Yeah, it's dope now. And then I have to fix this real quick. Cool. All right, let's do it. What's good? It sounds so much better.
Okay, good. That's good. So what was I saying earlier? Oh yeah, I was saying how I feel like I'm really nervous about this conversation because this span of the week has been like a huge transition for me, and I haven't like publicly or openly talked about this with anyone other than like whoever I told
Mm-hmm.
within the week, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm pretty nervous.
It's okay. It's okay.
Like I'm telling myself to not cry this stream because I don't know how emotional or how deep I'm going to get into this conversation.
Okay.
So that's why that's another reason why I think I'm pretty nervous.
Okay. That's real life. That's good.
It is. So this is going to basically be an update. So last time we spoke, I told you about my plans of going into naturopathic and um, how I took a break from school and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Took a semester off. So recently, I planned to go back to school. I signed up for classes
Mm-hmm.
and I found out everything that I needed in order to get into naturopathic school. So I have to have a bachelor's degree.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I have to. Like that's the only way you can get into naturopathic school is getting in with a bachelor's degree because it's like a grad program.
Okay.
So you go for 4 years. Um, so you have to have experience in the medical field. You have to have your bachelor's degree.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have some sort of experience with herbs or anything that has to do with holistic healing and things like that. So I made a master plan. Like the last time we talked, I was like, oh, I found so many holistic places near me and naturopathic places near me, but I never made the initiative to contact them. So the last time we spoke, you were giving me advice onto like how to email them and like get in contact with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this week I made a master plan.
Okay.
I wrote everything down. So I set myself some goals
Mm-hmm.
and I told myself that I'm going to give myself at least a year and a half to get my shit together.
Okay.
And this week, every day I've been doing something. So this week I got in contact with a bunch of holistic places near me
Dope.
and I got some emails back.
Dope.
I got some emails back and some phone calls back.
Okay.
I had a few interviews already, and I know, like, I was so happy, like, how fast that worked. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I busted my ass. I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time. I'm gonna just bang it all out, and the results just came fucking flying at me. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, this is a lot, but it was so worth it. So I got in contact with a few people out here where I live in Northampton,
Mm-hmm.
and so many of them were willing to just take me in, and they're obviously not gonna pay me, but it's like an internship
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. And they're like, yeah, like we are always willing to help, and like the fact that you're so enthusiastic about this just goes to show your character, and like we want you on that team. I'm like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I cried. I was like, but I cried happy tears.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had meetings back to back. Next week I might be starting. Um, I'm volunteering at more than one place.
Oh, dope.
So
That's really good.
yeah, so there's this one specific place who She does hypnotherapy, but she also does like actual herbs, stuff like that. Um, so for me and her, she just wants me to come in and basically help her with like office work.
Mm-hmm.
But then on her free time, she'll like sit down with me and like actually talk about more about hypnotherapy and like herbs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So watch me be a hypnotist now.
That's funny.
Tony better watch out. I'm just kidding.
You never know.
And yeah, you never know. And so Friday, I actually had a job interview out in Lowell, and I went, and it was
Ah.
actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't anything to do with holistic healing or anything like that. It had to do with my actual field of work, which is medical assisting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and they really, really, really liked me. And you know what's so cool? That facility is an affiliate of Bay State, which is where I work now, Bay State.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bay State is willing to actually like get me through school. So if I wanted to continue my education,
Mm-hmm.
they will help me go to school.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty fire.
I know, like all this good news is coming within like this span of a week, and like it's been crazy. And then like going through what I've been going through with, Tony
Mm-hmm.
has been like a huge like a huge flip.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm just tumbling and tumbling and tumbling and tumbling, and I'm not landing because so many things just keep coming at me.
Mm-hmm. Which is
But
great.
yeah, it is. But what sucks is that like I don't know how to handle it. Like I've never really pushed myself this hard.
I see.
Like yeah, normally I'm good at balancing things, but all of this like came to me at once.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was like rushing myself to get things going, and then like when I got all that stuff thrown at me, I'm like, oh shit. But it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so worth it. I'm excited. So with my job now, I work per diem, so I work on my own schedule, and I've talked to them about how I'm going to be doing more internships,
Mm-hmm.
and they're so open to me expanding and going forth with my career.
Mm-hmm.
Literally where I work, everybody is like a family, and they told me school and family come first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they completely understand that I'm transitioning, and they're like, yeah, it's totally fine. We completely understand. We get it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as long as you still want to work here, you will always have a place here. I'm like, I've only been working there for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
They offered to pay for school for me, and they still are like, if it doesn't end up working out, you'll always have a place here. 2 months.
That's so nice. That's always really nice when you have something like that.
Yeah, you always got to make these connections, like, and that was my whole plan with Bay State. Because since Bay State is such a huge hospital, and there's like so many specialties and like so many departments and things like that, the best thing you can do is make connections.
Mm-hmm.
So I took full advantage of that. And so I've been having meetings with people. I've been really connecting with a bunch of people so that I could further my education and move out there. So I told you I gave myself a year and a half, right, in the beginning of this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm giving myself a year and a half to get my shit together.
Mm-hmm.
I have some debt to pay, but I can pay that off by January.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be out of the way. I just need to build up my credit again. So I'm going to give myself a year to build up that credit.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, I want to get my own apartment, and I want to get my own car. So with the job that I have now, it's completely capable, but I'm also going to, hopefully with the internships, it will turn into a job one day. So I'll have my medical assisting job and then the holistic jobs.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're like super flexible too.
Mm.
So, yeah. And the simple fact that it's all in the same area, I could just walk to each facility if I wanted to. That's how close they are to each other. So it's pretty cool. My 1-year plan is get out of debt, get my own car, and get my own apartment, and move out to Lowell area. And you want to know who my potential roommate is?
Nikki.
Karla.
Oh. My reaction.
I know. Dude, I didn't even realize how much we have in common. I swear, I think she's my soul sister.
Wow, is she watching the stream right now? If she's not, that's fucked up. Wow.
That's okay. It's okay. But so I have Nikki and Karla. Those two I have, like, I for sure would not mind living with them.
Wow.
I feel like if all three of us could live together, that'd even be better.
Wow. 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 Oh my god, what are you... You know what's weird? Something in my gut was gonna say, hey Nini. Like, I don't know, I just felt like you're gonna come here. That's really weird.
You didn't get my text message?
No, because I've been trying to set up and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to move stuff around so that when we do 2 people, it's better. That's you guys can't hear her, but that's Monica.
Wow, so like, am I on the live right now?
Yeah, Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram. Except no one could see you on Instagram.
Hi. Where do I
Hi.
look?
Here.
Hi.
Hi.
She said hi.
How was it meeting everyone from LA last night? I'm on Instagram too, but it's kind of silly to be on Instagram. I'll tell you in a second. So, for full stream, tap link in bio. That was you.
Oops. Oh, keratin.
She just told me some cool stuff. She's gonna wait. Oh yeah, well it's the live stream. Everyone's gonna know. So she's planning on moving out here. Her life has come together in a great way. She's mad, fortunate, but Monica, with like nursing / naturopathic stuff and flexibility with jobs and the potential ability to be out here.
Yeah, I have more than one plan though.
She has more than one plan, and she might live with Karla. And they like just started talking. Yeah, and then Nikki. I've never said her name. Dudewetter?
No.
Dudewetter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dudewetter.
I knew that.
Dudewetter.
Okay.
Yeah. Nikki has been dying to move out there too.
I know she has. So what's up?
Yeah. She's trying to get her shit together as well. So that's why we all, like, even Karla, she was like, that's so weird. Like, I'm trying to give myself a year to do these things. Like, she's like, I knew everything happens for a reason, and this is why we're talking. I'm like, oh, soul sisters.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I have more than one plan. So I told you before, for naturopathic schools, there's only 6 schools in the nation. Most of them are out in the West Coast or in Canada. The closest one is in Connecticut, which is close to me. So if I get into naturopathic school, it will take me about 3 years because I told you that I need to have experience with naturopathic. So I plan on moving out to Lowell area, Boston area, because the hospitals out there are better than the hospitals here.
I see.
So if I apply to naturopathic schools, they'll notice that, okay, this girl has had so much experience with working in the hospital, and then she's also had experience doing like internships with naturopathic. So this girl must know must know her shit. So that's the whole plan, is for me to just keep getting and keep like building up my resume
Mm-hmm.
and showing how I did all these internships and volunteering and working in the medical field so that, I can be like a higher recipient.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving myself a whole year to do that, or a whole year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll say a year and a half. 2 years at most, but I want to make it like a year and a half.
Okay.
That's the goal.
That's pretty good.
Yes. And just the simple fact that I have like a really good support system and a really good job that will really help me out is like a beautiful thing. Being nice gets you places.
I know. Being nice is such a good thing.
Yes, being nice literally can get you anywhere. As long as you're genuine. Like, don't use people, but like, be genuine, be humble. And that's exactly what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super excited. Like, next week, I'm excited for my life to change.
Me too.
Like, drastically.
Me too.
It
That's
took
good.
so long.
Yeah. Things take a long time. They honestly really do.
Yeah.
So glad you're in this space.
It's cool. Like, it's a cool thing. But then again, it's kind of sad because the person that I really wanted to share these moments with, I can't really do it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's weird.
Hi.
Like, I don't know if it's okay for me to talk about this.
Talk about whatever you want.
So I can talk about the breakup.
I mean, Tony's Tony.
That's true. Tony is Tony.
Yeah.
But like Tony's very reserved, so he doesn't usually,
Well, he's not gonna be like, guess what, guys?
Yeah. Well, so I'm going through a breakup, and I think this is the hardest breakup I've ever had to go through.
Okay.
Because this was honestly the most beautiful relationship I've ever been in.
Alright.
Like, he entered my life at such a pivotal moment.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through fucking shit when he came into my life. Like, I was going through a different breakup. I was going through backlashes from my family because of the person that I was with before. So mentally, I was just all over the place. I was an emotional mess.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea how to love myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was always afraid of everything. I was super insecure. And then Tony came into my life and was just willing to be so patient with me and treated me like an absolute queen and just loved me to the point where I started loving myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I did have some like moments where I would step back and get back into an emotional Are you leaving?
Yeah. I just read your lips. You said, "Are you leaving?"
Oh. Is there a delay?
Yeah, make up for your unreal thing that I crushed.
But it didn't replace my candy.
You know what, Madonna? It's better than your candy.
Alright.
Just taste it.
Oh, what is this?
It's a truffle.
Is it vegan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it from Life Alive.
I kind of don't want to eat it until I finish this. But I'll taste it because you're here.
Okay.
Holy shit, that's really like...
It has
Disgusting.
coconut oil, agave, raw cacao.
It's not disgusting. It's just...
Oh.
I didn't expect it to, I didn't expect it to taste like this.
Want something else?
It's cool though, I like it.
If you're not gonna eat it right
Nah, I
away,
fuck with it.
Okay.
I'll have it for dessert when I'm done.
She said to put it in
The fridge?
the fridge if you're not gonna like eat it like today.
No, I'm gonna eat it after these vegetables.
Okay.
After these vegetables. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Wait, what'd she say?
I don't know.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I learned a lot within this relationship, and I hate that it's like not done, but that we had to break up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
It'll be on the record.
I don't want to cry because I want to think positively about this relationship, and like the reason why we broke up in the first place is a really good reason, and it comes from good intentions, you know. But it just all around sucks. Like, I wish that he and I were both in a good place, like externally, and everything around good, and that it would have been easier for him to balance me and his passions and stuff like that. But he's just not there yet, and I literally can't force him or change his mind and be like, whatever we have is enough for me, you know. But to him, it's not fair. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I can't really change your mind. So we are no longer together. So the goal is to just grind and just be the best versions of ourselves as possible. And if our paths cross again, we will definitely give it a try.
Wow.
There will always be something.
That's really dope. Hearing it from someone is nice. Nothing. I just said hearing it from someone is nice. I know. I mean, the breakup is the breakup, but just everything around it is nice.
Yeah, I mean, like when it first happened, oh, I was a wreck. I was crying every day, and like it wasn't just for like a couple minutes. It was like hours. Like I would cry for like 3 hours straight, like no break. It was just constant, and all I could think about was, you know, I miss the relationship aspect. Like I miss having him there whenever I needed him, and I miss like going to see him and hanging out with him. I miss his voice. I miss all of these things, and then I kept thinking about all the good times that we had, and I'm just like, oh my god, I need to remember that this breakup isn't because we don't love each other anymore. This breakup is for us, and this breakup is literally for us to grow. Like, but it's so hard to like grasp because I just want him. You know, like I just want to be with him. Like I'm able to balance whatever I'm doing for him, you know, but he can't do the same for me right now. And that's so hard for me to grasp.
What a blessing. Honestly.
I really love that we are giving each other that freedom. And like, I love that we understand that we need to grow and that we still love each other so much. And like, at the end of the day, we are best friends. We are really, really, really good friends. And if I ever needed him or if he ever needed me, like we are just a phone call away. There's no bad blood, and there's no like there's no animosity, there's no regrets, absolutely nothing bad at all. So why would okay. Jamie,
is he watching?
I don't know, but he just messaged me on Facebook. weird. Um, yeah. The last time I cried was, I think Friday, because I went to go see him on Friday. After my interview, my job interview, I went to go see pick up some of my things, and we had a long talk. I think it was like a 5-hour long talk.
I see. It's pretty good. I mean, I called in the middle of it.
Yeah, I know. He put you on speaker. Yeah, it was heartbreaking at first. Like, I pulled up to the house, and I was like, Monica, don't cry. Don't do this to yourself. And I didn't cry until I went to go hug Christy. Do you know who Christy is?
I do.
Yeah. I held her, and I felt her, like, I think she was flipping Tony off. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like, she didn't want us to break up. She was devastated when she found out that we broke up. But I felt her, like, doing, like, some hand motions and, like, maybe pointing at him and, like, yelling at him. And I lost it. I cried. I was just like, everybody doesn't want us to break up. We're breaking up. And it's so hard.
It's alright.
And I loved that she was, like, sticking up for me and defending me. It was sad. And then after that, I kind of pulled away from her, and I, like, went straight back downstairs to his room and started talking. And I think I cried some more. I'm so emotional.
I understand. That's fair.
It's just hard. Yeah, it's hard for me. It was really the idea. Like, I've always known, like, I had a feeling, like, before he broke up with me that he would break up with me. Because I freaking know Tony so well. Like, he acts like he's such a tough guy, right? But just because I know him so well, I knew that his energy was off. So I was like, I had to ask him. I was like, Tony, if you're going to do it, just do it. You better do it now, because if you keep this up, it's going to be a lot harder for me. So, and then that's when it happened. That's how we broke up. Because I was like, you little fucker, I know something is going on, so you need to say something, because I was so tired of him catering to my feelings and, like, going with the flow of things and, like, keeping me in the dark. And then, because I felt something was wrong internally, I had to, like, let go of my relationship and my happiness with him so that he could be happy. But he's also doing it too, so it's vice versa. So he didn't want to break up. It's just, it's what's best for him now. You know? But yeah, this week has been the hardest yet the week of my life so far. And I'm learning myself, and I'm learning how freaking strong I am. Like, I know, like, a lot of people have been telling me all my life that I'm so strong, but I never really believed it, because I always felt like I was always hurting, and I always was putting other people before me, and I didn't see that as strength. I saw that as weakness. Like, I didn't think that, how do I say this? Like, I just never thought that I was strong. I always thought that I was weak-minded, and that people would always, because I was so nice and open to help, and because I love so hard, and I'm so loyal to the people that I love. Like, no matter what anybody needs, like, if I love you, just know I will always be there for you. always. My loyalty is like beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Once I love you, I will love you. And so yeah, I just all my life I never thought I was strong. And then this past couple of days, people have been like messaging me and like calling me, and they're like, Monica, like we commend you, like you needed this, like you are and have always been strong. Like you have endured so much pain for other people, and that's what makes you strong, you know? And I cried
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, like I feel appreciated. Like I usually appreciate it. Like I always feel like, okay, I'm doing all these things for other people, but do they really see it? Like, do they really appreciate it? And they do.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm in a happy now. Like after talking to Tony, talking it out, saying what we needed to say about our relationship, and getting the closure that we really needed. I feel so much better, and that love between he and I is not gone. It's very much still there, and it's gonna take a lot. You would literally have to be Michael B. Jordan for me to get over Tony. Michael B. Jordan hit me up.
Man.
I just hope that I hope that he's happy, and I hope that he gets where he needs to be, and I know he will.
Mm.
He is an absolute hard worker, and when he has his mind set on something, it's just go 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 for him. He's got
That's
this.
true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever he needs to accomplish, I know he will accomplish, and he'll always know that I'm there.
Mm.
Like I'm his number one supporter, and I'm his number one fan. Always.
I might be his number one fan.
No. Literally, like, okay. Every time he has a Celtics game, a home game, and he's performing, I always check ahead of time the schedule, and I make sure that I find a live stream just so that I can watch him perform, and I record it for him. Every game. I haven't missed a game yet.
Wow.
Do you do that?
No, I just do everything else.
You can't compete with me. No. Yeah, I'm his number one fan. I support his dream completely because he supports me, you know. But that's not the only reason why I support him. Like I genuinely believe in him. Like he is extremely talented and will get where he needs to be.
Yes, he will. I know.
Yes, he has a good support system. He just needs to fucking utilize that. Like he needs to stop being.
Yeah,
Well, but that's when he works best. He works best
he works best when what?
when he's alone.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what he said. Sometimes when I'm like super emotional, I don't listen because if it's not something I like to hear, I like block it.
which is not great.
I know. So like when we do have our talks, he will continually have to explain things to me. I think at most like 5 times until I finally get it.
Damn.
He's very patient with me, but I'm also very patient with him, so it works.
Damn. Okay. Kind of reminds me of my mom, though. When she would get emotional.
Yeah, I'm very stubborn when I'm emotional. Like, I really didn't want to let him go. I was like, no, you can balance me. You can balance me if you really want to. You just don't want to.
Damn, you went there.
I did go there. I did. Because I was like, when you really love someone, you really make time for those people, you know? Even if it's like for a fraction of your day. There's 24 hours in a day. You could use an hour of it to spend with people you love. But to him, that's not enough. That's not right.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to me. So even though I kept telling him that that was okay, that I was fine with us not talking every day or not being able to see each other as often as we did. Even though I told him that I was okay with it, he told me that it wasn't. It wasn't okay with him. And at first I was so mad. I'm like, oh, so you're basically telling me what's good for me, right? So you're and he was like, I don't remember what he said, but he was like, I just know how I am. Alrighty. I just can't fight. Okay, you literally cannot fight with a person. Like, if they are completely abstinent of how they are, who they are, you literally cannot change their mind on anything. So I don't even fight it. I didn't fight it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna probably thank him for this one day. You know, like, I'm gonna realize that this breakup was for a good reason. Not because we don't love each other, but because we need to get our shit together and be the best possible versions of ourselves, and then find our way back to each other if we find our way back to each other. So like I feel like it's a win-win either way. Like, if we break up, at the end of the day, at least I've found self-love and love that I deserve myself, love that I owe to myself, or I would have that whole love thing, and then I could have him again. So there's always a win-win, no matter what for me, you know? And it's not like I've completely lost. He's still there, just not as my boyfriend. And that's okay. At first it wasn't. Oh my God, Ryan. I was so heartbroken, and I was like, no, we cannot do this. Like, I believe in you. We were doing fine. Like, I'm patient. We could do this, baby. Like, I love you. Oh man.
Yeah.
And I swear he wanted to like grab me. I love you too, but because I love you, I need to do this. So just let me go. So I let him go.
If only more breakups was that. If it could be like that. You don't know how many people shouldn't be in a relationship. I'm just...
Yeah.
The foundation is so bad for so many relationships. That doesn't happen.
They're just scared. Yeah.
Much dependency and fear, it sucks.
I mean, I didn't want to, but I really did all.
Wait, you're gonna have to... sometimes your mic goes in and out. I'm not sure why.
Your mic goes in and out. I didn't hear what you said.
Fuck! I don't know.
Wait, what did I say? Oh, I will admit that I did depend on. When he was super busy throughout the day and I wasn't busy and I didn't have anything to do, I missed him so much, and I wanted to talk to him and I wanted to see him, and sometimes he really wasn't able to do that for me because when he has his tunnel vision, that's when he's like in his zone. He's not anywhere near his phone, so he can't be there for me when I need him, you know, or when I want him. And that made me really upset. Like, that made me like, it made me so upset, point where, like, when we did get to talk, I kind of made him feel bad about it. And that's so wrong of me, because it's not like he wanted to, like, ignore me. Like, he wasn't even ignoring me. He was just busy. But I felt ignored. I felt unloved. I felt unappreciated. And that's where my dependency on him, like, stemmed. And then, like, my dependency to, like, fall asleep with him on the phone, because we were in a long distance relationship. I live about 2 hours away. So our only forms of communication was obviously phone. So we barely texted, which was fine. I could give a flying fladoodle about texting. But what I cared about was being on the phone with him at night. Because to me, that was our comfort. That was, it was like a silly way for me to feel at peace and at home, because I felt so comfortable falling asleep with him on the phone every night, because that's all I really had until I would see him on the weekends sometimes, you know? So I cherished those moments with him every single night. I always appreciated it, because that's all I had. You know, like, being in a long distance relationship, it's very, like, lonely. You don't ask for much. You just ask, like, when you do have the time to be just be present, just be there. You know, take advantage of that moment you have, that, because you don't know when you'll have it again. You know, so I did depend on him a lot to call me at night so that we could fall asleep together. And there were some nights where he couldn't, and that was shitty. But I learned to just put on some meditation music and just go to sleep like that. So I was like, fine. Yeah, I thought we were doing okay. I thought we were fine. But then on Monday was when we broke. So on Monday when we talked it out, I guess it wasn't good and it wasn't fine. Yeah. It was literally, the breakup was very mature and very, like, it was very loving. It wasn't anything that could really hurt you, but I think it hurt because it was expected yet unexpected. Like, I wasn't prepared and I wasn't ready for it to happen so suddenly, because I believed that it was okay. So when the breakup happened, I was at work.
Yeah,
and I work with kids, and I had to hold myself together
in front of children. I know. I mean, I haven't had to deal with the breakup, but having to keep yourself together with children.
Yeah. And oh my god, it was the first day was obviously the hardest day, and then that night was the hardest night, because I knew that we wouldn't be falling asleep together. I knew that he wasn't going to call me back and be like, oh, I want to take it back, I want to get back together. I knew that wasn't going to happen. So that night and that day, I was just like, this is really it. We're really over. But I had to keep myself together, because I love myself enough to not make myself look stupid. And then I love myself enough to, like, it's okay. Like, you're gonna get over this. You're gonna be okay. And I'm so glad that it happened the way it happened, though. Like, the breakup was very clean. And like I told you before, there was no animosity and there's no regret like that. Like, we're okay. But just being at work, being around my babies, and, like, those innocent babies. Oh, I was this close. I don't know where my camera is. This close just losing it completely, like bawling my eyes out, wanting to go home. But I was like, no, I can't do that to myself. I have to keep it together. And I did. I waited until my shift was over. I got into my car. And the law of attraction is so real. As soon as I turned my car on, me and Tony's song came on. And I loved it. I was bawling my eyes out to the point where I couldn't see where I was going, and I had to pull over and cry for 20 minutes. And then, like, I was crying only a little bit now. So then I was like, okay, I can see. I'm still crying, but I want to go home. I want to go to my bed and cry to myself. So I did. And the music was just playing, and I was just singing along. And I was like, yo, this freaking sucks. It was bad. But after that, I started this journal. Have you ever heard of a gratitude journal? Oh, you have? Okay. So for people who don't know what a gratitude journal is, a gratitude journal is basically this journal that you keep by your side, and you write down basically anything that made you happy that day. Or you can write down quotes, or you can write down little personal goals for yourself. And then whenever you're feeling upset or feeling down, you just randomly flip a page and you read whatever happened that day, and you'll feel happy again. Because if that made you happy then, it will probably make you happy again later. So I decided to start a gratitude journal. And I think it's one of the best things that I've done for myself. Because I'm the type of person who likes to write things down anyways, and I really love to read. So that, in a nutshell, is me. So I keep my gratitude journal by me. I'm happy that I started one. So after that, I started my gratitude journal. I did the whole 1.5 year plan. I wrote that down in there too. I started writing down everything that I love about myself, all the things that I'm proud of about myself. And so I have that there right in front of me whenever I need it. Because I'm super forgetful. So if I don't write it down, it didn't happen. So I have to have it written down. Yeah. So in my journal, I also get back into singing. Yeah, and then I also wrote get back into playing an instrument. Okay. So I asked Daniel because he used to have a keyboard, and I think he's trying to get rid of it. So I texted him and asked him if he still had it. He's on vacation right now, so he said he thinks he still has it. So if he still has it, he said that he would give it to me, or he would sell it to me. So I was like, game over. I'm going to learn how to play the keyboard again and find my voice again. I stopped singing about 3 years ago, so I lost my voice. I don't think I could sing anymore.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, basically. Well, you don't lose it.
Gotta go back.
You just have to retrain it. Yeah, you just have to retrain it. And so I never had singing lessons. I had chorus throughout my whole life. I started singing back when I was 5 years old. Okay. Do you even remember me singing? It's been so long.
I mean, I still know what you sound like.
You think?
I'm pretty sure I still know what you sound like.
Really? Because I have no idea how I sound like. I sing here and there, but not seriously. And it's whatever. But I miss being able to sing in front of anyone and anywhere and not feel like I'm being judged. Now that I'm older, I'm so afraid of like rejection, being judged, and like kind of looking stupid. So that's why I stopped singing in the
Mm-hmm.
first place. Other than like I told you in the
Mm-hmm.
podcast that pitched me for one of our Christmas shows, she didn't want to participate because he thinks that I was going
Yeah.
to win. So I was like, oh, I'm getting older. Let me just let the kids partake in
No,
this.
not me.
Like, I know, except for you. You were like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna partake in this. I don't care what anyone thinks. So I felt bad, you know? Like, other than me being the singer, Pitchney
Yeah.
was the singer. So like we were the only two. So then I let her partake in it without me being in it, and I think she
Yeah.
won.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just stopped, and then
It's all your fault, Pitcheny.
and now I know she denies it every single time, but yeah. So I stopped singing, and I hate it. I loved it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like it was my form of expression. It was my escape. And I wouldn't say that I would want to make it a career, but it was definitely something that I could see myself
Mm-hmm.
doing every day, but not making money out of it. I just loved doing it, you know? So I told myself I need to find my voice again, and I need to start singing, and I need to stop being afraid of, like, I can't let them judge
Mm-hmm.
me for doing something that I love, you know? Because, like, most people, literally, most of the people that judge you, like, literally don't have shit going.
Yeah.
So they're just like, oh, this person is singing, so there's so many singers out there, like, she's not even that good, like, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, okay, so then what do
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah.
Nothing?
Usually.
Okay.
I think I wrote about that once.
So
I
don't
was
judge.
probably gonna write about it again. Just like the odd, like not
Oh,
that
really?
specifically, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
broke ass people and untalented people, because they don't have to be. Some people are talented too. Um,
Yeah.
broke or just having a poor mindset. Like it confuses me that people have the audacity to like shit on someone that is miles ahead, successful, and like more happy than them. And it's like, are you kidding
Yes.
me? Like, get
Yes.
out, get out. And it's everywhere. It's in every industry. Like whether it's a singer or dancers, some dancers are so petty, and I'm just like, you're not the one putting dance on the map. I'm like, you're not paving ways in
Mm-hmm.
industries. You're not part of the wave that's allowing us to be successful on this. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
if you talk, even just like little things like you trash tech, but the reason why we have so much of what we do and the reason why you can gain what you're getting is because we have tech. So it's just little stuff like that that I'm like, y'all gotta chill. Like you've done next to nothing yet, okay? And that's me being
Right.
like coming at them. But the other part of me is like, no, like we've all done something. Like we all matter and we've made impacts and stuff. But just when you think you can be in a position to just, and you can, freedom of speech. But I was like, look at what you've done and look what they've done. It's like, and you're in the same industry and you're talking caca, but they're like, they made it. They've been making it, and they're continuing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, people, man.
No, I feel you. Yeah. That's why, like, I'm just telling myself, like, don't even worry about what people think. Like, do what you love, Monica. And if you love singing, you have to really push yourself to do it and don't feel embarrassed. Like, I'm so afraid of rejection. I'm so afraid to feel embarrassed. Like, and then I'm also super afraid that I'll get judged by random people that I don't even
Mm-hmm.
know. And so I keep telling myself, like, no, let that all go. You need this. This is
Mm-hmm.
what you need. And this is what you want. So go for it. So every day, little by little, I've been singing again. And the first time I started singing, I was just like, this feels good. This feels right. And I haven't stopped. So hopefully when I get the keyboard or whatever, I already have like a song that I want to sing, and then I want to start putting it out
That
there.
helps so much. Yep, a lot. So
Yeah. You know who would be happy to hear this?
Karla,
No, well, she's happy. I'm sure she's happy to hear this,
Tony,
but Tony, but I was thinking of
my
someone
mom.
else.
Oh,
Mongraki. Yo, Mongraki used to push me and like be on my ass about singing and putting videos out there, but I never did. Like I did sometimes on Facebook, but I never did them
just tag 'em when you do.
seriously. Yeah. He'd be like, finally, you slut.
It only took you like 8 years, or I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's been.
Yo, literally. It's been like
2018. Yeah, something like
7
that.
years. Is Ben in there?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, okay. Is that who
Yeah.
you're talking to?
Soon,
Okay.
soon, yeah.
I'm taking up some time.
I mean, we're probably gonna go. We always go OT, so. And I have him for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's
so.
true. Oh, okay. He's no. Yeah, so I want to get back into singing. I want to start recording it and putting it out there. Like, I don't really have any like special camera or whatever. I'm probably gonna use my phone with it. But I told myself I gotta do it, and I'm gonna do it. And if people don't like it, fuck you. It's my form of expression, not yours.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And I forgot what I was gonna say.
I need that. I owe it to my, like, seriously. I've been catering to so many other people's feelings and putting my dreams to the side to help other people fulfill their dreams. Like, I'm not gonna say Tony, for example, because he's never, ever, ever done things like that for me at all. Like, he'd be like, you have a dream? Follow your dream, and I'll follow mine. Like, I'm not stopping you, and I'm not whatever. Like, Tony is not an example, but I'll give like maybe Jovan as an example. He was my ex-boyfriend before Tony. I think he wanted to play basketball, and I completely supported him, and like financially I helped him with that. And I stopped singing before that, but he was never really concerned with my dream. You know, he never asked me what I wanted or anything like that. And I let all that go to make Jovan happy. I did whatever I could to make him happy, get him where he needed to be. That was the biggest mistake of my life. Okay, I know people say to not say that about people. Like, don't have any regrets. Like, use it as a lesson. Blah. Like, yeah, I get it. I really do. Trust me, I understand, and I did learn a lot. And without whatever happened between Jovan and I never would have had Tony, and that is like my biggest blessing ever. Okay, not my biggest blessing ever, but it was a pretty big blessing. Without that happening, I had Tony. But I freaking regret staying in that relationship a lot longer than I should have. That relationship should have ended as soon as the red flags surfaced. As soon as I saw them, I should have stopped and walked away, but I didn't. And I'm dealing with the consequences now. But so with that relationship, I was with that person almost 3 years. And that's a long time to be with someone, especially during your really young years. I was 18 or 19 years old when I first started dating him. And I basically gave my life for that person. Like everything, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. Like I was there for him completely. I gave him everything, all of me, whenever he needed it. And it was so bad and good and toxic. It was abusive. It was everything wrong. Like I wish I had this strength. I wish I had the strength that I have now. And everything that I know now, I never ever would have given Jovan a chance. Not even a hello. I never would have even said hi to him. That's how much I don't like him.
Damn.
And how like I regret him. He was awful. Like, yeah, we became friends when we were in a relationship, but as a whole, I regret it all. But I'm glad that I'm glad that I became who I am because of him and Tony. But I'm so mad at consequences that I have to do now, and I'm so mad that I was so stupid to stay in that relationship when clearly it was bad. It was so bad. And like now it doesn't really affect me anymore. Like I can say his name and like not really feel anything, but I just regret the relationship that I had. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. Yeah. Like I've told this to many people. Like I never would have dated him if I knew what I know now. It was bad.
I mean, I can just assume the worst. But I mean, I think that the deeper the wound, with the right mindset, that everything just becomes greater. So like, even if you're mad at yourself for taking a certain amount of time, so I'll give you a different example of someone who took a long time. Lil Jon, okay? But yeah, so Lil Jon was Lil Jon. He wanted to be that, but he was working for So So Def under Jermaine Dupri, and he was working as an A&R, and he was like, yo Jermaine, like I have this idea. What if I was this thing, which is Lil Jon, coming out as an artist like that? And he didn't, and he said that, and he gave advice to Scooter, okay? And he was like, dude, don't take 12 years. Like, if you have something that you want to do, like leave as soon as you know, because he took 12 years. And it sucks, for him, because it took 12 years in one aspect. But the other aspect is that Lil Jon's still Lil Jon, and he popped off when he did, and he made the impacts that he did at that time. Whereas, I mean, I don't remember how old that was. All I remember with like that song is Need for Speed was popping too. So like, do you know what I'm saying? Like the timing, like, and how things played out for him, like that's just kind of how it is, and he still has that 12-year experience, and best believe he's never going to wait for shit again. You know what I mean? And so as long as you took or whatever, I think that the deeper the wound or whatever, as long as you get the right mindset moving forward, it just becomes that much greater. Like obviously it's like, oh, like I was so stupid or whatever, but it's like, well, then he was able to show you how stupid you were, which is
right. No,
really
that's
dope.
what I told myself. I learned so much in that relationship, and I feel so bad though, because that was when Tony entered my life at such a pivotal moment. Like, because I went through that breakup with Jovan, and it was so bad, and it showed me I want to become, and like just everything. Like I stopped wanting to be a pushover. I stopped wanting to cater to feelings. Like I need to become more independent and be strong and like stand for what I believe is good for me, you know? Like I need to stop putting other people for me and making these people happy. Like what are they doing for me at the end of the day? Nothing. Like just because they say that they love me, like doesn't always mean that it's I don't know. I was just going through such a crazy time and then like Tony just came out of nowhere and like he had to deal with that. Like he had to see that person grow, like literally. I was like an infant baby when Tony found me. And then now here I am. But like with Jovan, no, I do regret the relationship. But I'm so happy that it happened. And I'm so happy that it ended. And I'm so glad that I'm not there. I'm so happy that I finally got out of it. And that now I know what I want and what I deserve. And I'm so happy that I had Tony there because, like I said, he was a blessing. And I can't thank Tony enough. Like, I don't know how much he knows, or if he, I'm pretty sure he does because I used to tell him all the time, but I don't know if he knows how grateful, how thankful I am. Like, he pushed me to love myself every single day, even if it meant that he needed to love me hard every day. You know, on my off days, and I really wasn't loving myself, and I just wasn't feeling that day. He was there, and this got awkward. Yeah. I'm really happy that I was lucky enough to have him in my life at that time. Because I honestly wouldn't know where I would be. Like, I know that I have you guys and everything like that, but the connection that you have with your boyfriend and then other people is like a completely different thing. Yeah, but I'm really grateful.
Me too.
I love that dude a lot.
This is just like future stuff. I think you'll find this answer naturally by yourself as long as you continue to walk this path. So this is more of like wisdom that will come to you and be more personal. It's probably not going to mean all that much right now. So this is I think it's a universal truth / my preference of choosing to not have like any type of regret with anything. And so I can
Yeah.
what did you do? Like get cotton in it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh shit.
Like there's a chance because
Wait, who's Peanut Butter
I have no
Panda?
idea, but hello, friend. I feel like I've seen you on the stream before. It's probably with like an actual homie, or I could be completely wrong. But I was gonna say that regret is obviously never a great thing to have, and I think what could totally happen is that I don't think you would relapse necessarily into whatever mindset you used to have, but I think that those same emotions will rush back and you'll use it to pin yourself down, and so it'll make that fight harder when things suck again. if that makes any sense, because of holding on to something that you shouldn't. That.
Yeah,
And so
you're right.
that's
Yeah.
wisdom from the future, and you may not know how to remove the regret, but I think, or I'm pretty
Mm.
confident that the further you go into self-love, that regret will transform into something different. Because it, like, when I tell you that, I mean, besides whatever stories of people you know that might be bad, like,
Mhm.
I have this one friend, it has nothing to do with regret or anything, but
Yeah.
like, he has like the most heart heartbreaking story. Like, I've heard stories like my friend on the other week was like he's an orphan, and I know that, and like his struggle with, and then like
You just
I said
got
my
off.
friend
I didn't hear what you said.
clicked on random streams, not sure what I just walked into. Oh, okay.
Oh, the crying face.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's all real talks, man. Anything and everything. There's like no boundaries here. Um, and usually the chats pop in with people talking, but I usually stream under IRL, I think, or podcast or something. I never stream under this one. There's more people here, but it's very. I think people are just engaged more than commenting, which is totally fine. Um, but his story, or like, okay, my friend orphan, or like my friends have been homeless, or like losing a parent figure or someone important to them. One of my current friends, like having a mom that was an alcoholic and then getting abused, and then she's still alive, but she can't speak properly, or she's not cohesive, she can't communicate well, and he has a lot of resentment
Okay.
towards her. And it's like he
Mhm.
wants to help, but
Yeah.
at the same time he doesn't, because he doesn't like her. And when he tries to talk to her, it's like it doesn't matter because she can't whatever. And it's in the back of his mind. He says it's in the back of his mind every day. And so there's that. And I'm like, my
Yeah.
guy, like, I feel like you gotta find your peace while she's still here, because it's gonna suck major dick when she's not. So, and that was just a different story,
Yeah.
but everyone has different stories, right? Suicide, whatever. This person just like, I don't know why his story breaks my heart the most. It's fucking painful. Like, it
Yeah.
just hurts so bad. Um, and I've
I
seen
wanna
it,
hug him.
and I've seen how, like, I haven't seen it firsthand, but he communicates everything to me. And so just to see that that's like involuntary trauma. Like, I mean, all of us have involuntary trauma, but his is really bad. And I've never
Yeah.
seen it that bad in somebody before. Um,
Mhm.
and so if you have the power, which you do, because I wouldn't say it's completely involuntary because you're conscious of it, where his is like, oh my God, like, why did I just get a panic attack? Like, and there's plenty of people who have those, but just connecting those dots and knowing
Yeah.
really tough. Um, so I
Yeah.
think you'll find it for yourself, and I would put it in your mind to want to find it, because then it'll come faster.
Yeah.
Because like everything is just like, oh, it's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing, because you know he was my mirror, and in some way he was a mentor or teacher, and like nothing, everything that's happening the way it
Yeah.
is right now wouldn't happen the same way. And that's why it's like everyone,
Yeah.
assuming we survive everything and we find the answers and can recover, it's like in that aspect, it's
Mhm.
like, okay, like that's like, you can't have Tony without Jovan, is what I'm saying. And you can't,
I
do you get what
know.
I'm saying?
That
That's
that's
like
like
the,
the biggest.
it's important, and that's like the balance that we all are supposed to get. And it's happened to me so many times with like, if I didn't meet this person, this wouldn't have happened. If I didn't meet this person, this wouldn't have happened. It's like there's so many instances, and you can't really regret anything. Um,
Yeah.
I was like, someone called
That's
311.
true. I mean,
Twitch.
what's 311? Isn't it 911? Where are you from?
Alright, we're definitely gonna end soon,
311.
in like a few minutes, and then that's all.
Yeah,
All the streams
sorry.
always go over. Um,
Um, no, yeah. I also was thinking about that too.
when
Like,
it becomes real to you and you can untangle and rewire, it'll be like,
yeah,
like 100%. I've never,
Yeah, it's
But
just it's so hard for me because every day I'm
I
always
see.
reminded of it because of like the consequences that I have to
Yeah.
deal with after the breakup because I'm still
Yeah.
having to do it now. I have to hear it basically almost every day.
Okay.
And it's like it's really hard to move on from it because it's like constantly in my brain like you're stupid. You should have did this. You should have done that. Like this wouldn't have happened if you didn't let him walk all over you. Blah 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 blah. And I'm just like I know I was stupid, but at the time I loved this person and I wanted to help him. And at the end of the day, I feel like I still won because I am learning to love myself and I'm learning to appreciate all of the amazing aspects that I gave to him. Now I got to give that to me, you know? And then I got Tony too. Like I still have him. Like he's still there, just we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. We're He's still there. And without that, I wouldn't have had Tony. Like yeah. So there's me. I'm finding myself. I'm loving myself. I'm getting my shit together, and then I have my Tony. So it's a win-win. I just want my family members, not you, but like people here, to just like and just be like, you know what, Monica's coming a long way. I need to back up. I need to stop reminding her of these things and just let her. I need all that things. But then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna block that. I'm gonna block all of that white noise. I need to listen to myself and just, you know what, Mom, you're doing great. You've made it this far. Now you just gotta keep on going. Everything is just gonna get better. It gets hard before it gets better. Always. Oh, you're gonna have some shitty ass days. They're gonna feel like you can't on. You're gonna feel like it's the end of the world, but you have to push through. Time goes on. Everything goes on. So with it. So that's what I'm telling myself. I can do this. Loving myself is the hardest journey I've ever had to take. Like, I don't know why it was so easy for me to love people so fucking much, but it's so hard to love myself. But I'm getting there. I deserve that love more than anything. And I owe that to myself. My love is the best kind of love.
Facts. My mom doesn't even. My mom
Seriously.
still doesn't even know what that is. I know she
Self-love?
doesn't. I mean, I think she kind of thinks she kind of does, but she has a long way to go. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Like, it's okay. You could start anytime. You just have to really want it for yourself. And I really want it for myself. Like, really badly. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing everything and anything I possibly can. And I feel good. And I'm so glad that I have this that I do. Like, seriously, without you guys, it sucks that I live so far from you guys. Because literally, squad out there, you guys are amazing. I love you all so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate you guys. Like, the messages you guys send me and, like, when you call me, you have no idea how much I appreciate that. I wish I was there in person because I know you guys would hang out with me. I know you guys would do the things that I love and be there for me. So I wish I lived there, but I'm coming down for the 16th up until the 18th for the Friendsgiving thing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm so excited for that. Like that's really what I'm looking forward to.
Same.
I love you
We
guys.
all love you too.
Oh, I know. Alrighty. I should let Brendan take.
Okay.
take over. Plus, I really
Yeah, I
have
gotta
to
do that
pee.
too.
I've been drinking
Every
so much
day, all
water.
day, me, like nonstop.
Yeah. Wait,
No,
do you
not
do
yet.
yoga? I just started doing yoga like 2 weeks ago. I've been doing it
Hmm.
consistently for 2 weeks. Best decision I've, okay, not ever, but it's one of the best decisions I've
Hmm.
made so far.
No,
You feel
I know.
amazing.
No, I
And you
know.
sleep better.
I've done it, so I know the
Yeah.
power, for sure.
Yeah. You sweat like crazy, but it's so much fun and I love it.
I've been considering, because I just feel like it's in my lane to become certified. I have no skill,
Oh,
but
you want to be
I
a
have
yoga
like
teacher?
there's a place that you can just become certified. So I was like, oh, let me go take all the courses because I feel it would make sense for
I
me.
was actually, yeah, I actually wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, it's like, it's not that long. It's not like school for sure. I know that. I can't imagine
Yeah,
what it's like, but I know that you're
no.
just getting certified. So,
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I really like it right now. I'm obviously not
hmm,
the greatest at it yet, but I really love it. And I think I'm actually going to take like actual, like I do the free like
yeah, yeah,
YouTube, but it would be cool to like go in person and have someone like actually like really instruct in case you are doing it wrong. Like sometimes how you perceive it on, video isn't
hmm.
always the right way. So yeah, I want to start taking. Oh, and I also start taking like jujitsu or like martial arts or like
Oh, that's
boxing.
tight. Why not?
Yeah, I know. Why not? So I'm gonna do it. I have so much free time. Well, not that much, but I
Yeah,
will make time
yeah.
things that I want. So I'm excited.
That's good.
You're gonna see. What does Justin say?
He
Justin
used to
says
say
Justin
that. No,
2.0. Does he
he
still
does
say
not.
that?
That was a phase.
You're gonna see a better version of
I'm
Monica.
excited.
The truer version of
It feels so good.
the real version.
It feels really good.
Yeah, I can't wait. All the love that I am gonna give to myself is gonna radiate, and
Hmm.
then it's just gonna be love.
Hmm. People will feel it.
I'm
People will
excited.
feel it. Man, I felt Jade's energy. It was so good.
I'm so jealous that you met her. Oh my gosh, she's so
Her
fucking dope.
energy was like, I wish I was your friend. Man. Yeah, of all of them, like, I mean, I didn't really get to have crazy conversations with any of them like that, but like hers was just very,
Yeah,
I think the difference between her and like some of the other people, granted, I didn't, again, spend like crazy amount of time conversing, was that she's very, she tries to be relatable and comfortable really fast. So yeah, because like when people were
yeah.
like kind of
Oh,
tripping up or saying some weird stuff, she's like, oh, like you don't have to be nervous. Like, I'm a person too, and like I'm a weirdo, and like
oh, I love that.
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's so
like
humble.
she was just trying to remind people, and it was very like it was quick with every single person. If they ever felt like that, she would just try to level herself out, and it was real because like it was like she would go for it, and she was just so in the zone. I was like, yeah, girl. So she was dope. Very unreal.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
That's imagine
Imagine what?
you brought her out
I
here for
asked
the
her, and she just
convention.
said that like, if she has a season 3 of her show, um, then she'd be filming during like I think she said like July to October. But if that wasn't the
Mm.
case, then there's a possibility. And then the other thing I asked her was, would you be down to be on a live stream or a podcast? And I tried to break that down. I tripped up, but I got the point across. And she was like, I'd like to, but, and it's like manager and having to basically go through them. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to
That's annoying.
write up something and then just blast one
Yeah.
email to see if I hear anything back. If not, then I'm gonna create a fucking master plan, which is the plan where I need people, and so I'm gonna be smart about how to make this happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's dope.
That's so. That's awesome. Alrighty. Brandon's like walking around in a circle. Like, is this girl gonna be done?
No, I think he's choreographing. Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
You have headphones in? Oh, I didn't know he had headphones in. I thought he was like, when is this girl gonna be done?
Okay. That was good.
Oh. Okay.
I love you too.
I love you. Thank you for this.
It was. Me too.
I was
Every
opposed.
Sunday, you don't even know. I'm just like, yo, let's go. Yeah.
They're fun. What is he doing? Bye, Brendan. Is that I love you? Oh, it's I love you. I love you too.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording.